What's up, everybody? It is Pickle, and welcome to the first video in Pickle's Palace of Prose or Storytime Gaming with Pickle, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I really wanted to start off with Fallout, but for whatever reason, it's not working, and I can't figure out why. As soon as I start to load it up, it gets the little screen. I have play, read me, tech support, exit. I can hit anything in the middle part and I'll get something to happen. Other than that, hitting play and exit makes me exit. The game stops. I don't know if it's because I'm on Windows 10 or whatever. I don't know. If I can figure it out and get that solved, I will probably punch that one out. I'll probably do like a Fallout on a Monday and Wasteland 2 on a Friday. That was kind of like, here was one of the first things Brian Fargo worked on. Here's one of the last things. So, we're going to fire this bad boy up. No, I'm going to create a custom squad. Create a custom ranger. This was always the most fun part to play around with. Alright. Pickle. Smokes none? What? Coffin nails? Change portrait. Dude's got needles. That's a cool looking one. That's a really cool looking one. I think we're gonna go with this guy. Customize appearance. Hat. The hell? Is that a nun hat? For real, there's no baldy one? We'll go with Mohawk then, so that's the closest thing. Okay, that's cool looking. Wait, hold on. Yeah, get them padded legs. Packs? Hell yeah, I want a pack. Oh yeah, there we go. The sword over the soda. Alright. Yeah, I like that. Alright, confirm. I'm here to kick ass, take names, get all the honeys. Let's do it this way. Honeys. And rule the entire damned Wasteland. Recognize, bitches. Combat skills increase your proficiency with different weapons, and they affect stats like your chance to hit and critical chance. Allocate. Okay, so this is about how it was with the original Fallout, to where you have different types of things that you can learn. So like you start off with a 3 and everything. I was really hoping to play an intelligence of 1 guy in Fallout, and if I can get it working, we're going with the idiot savant. Okay, coordination. Avoid traps and attacks. Improve aim. Luck. Awareness. They're hard to ambush or sneak up on. Alright, let's get combat initiative in there. Skill points per level. I like that. Jump up in that combat initiative again. Coordination. I want to go intelligence again, just because I want more skill points and more action points. Jesus. Go coordination again. And luck. Okay, so now this is kind of like what it was in Shadowrun. If you remember the character creation there, every time you get to a certain point, you get different unlocks. So you need to pick what you are going to use, or kind of have in your head that you're going to use. Go assault rifles, knowledge skills, go lock picking. Oh, hold on, let's go lock picking there. This is a weird thing that they added with the toaster repair, because there are toasters that you can find and there are certain things you can get out of it. There have been times that I've gotten nothing out of it though, so it's kind of hit or miss. Let's do barter. Perception. Computer science. Let's do hard ass. Quirk. Oh, so this is like the perks in the Fallout system. And bonuses from Animal Whisper followed are twice as good. Skill points. Cannot equip trinket. Oh, that's the best picture ever. Oh, okay. Dysparnumerophobia? What? Fainting goat? A two-pump chump. Twitchy. I almost kind of want to go with this delayed gratification. So you lose a skill point for each level. Prior to 11, but then you gain an extra one once you get there. I think I'm going to take this one. Your squad. What the hell are my choices? Wait. No. Who the hell said I wanted her? Oh. Yeah. Why can't I choose? Why is there no one else? Ah, okay. Kinda dumb. Kinda dumb. Alright, pills. I'll take a sniper. We'll take Hex the Techie. Alright. So we've got Pickle, Pills, Cold Eye, Hex. Alright. See? Brian Fargo. Thought there was something on the screen, but it's the mouse just over my head. I was like, what the hell's on my head? Okay, that's enough of that.
Thank you, recruits.
A stiff-bearded older man wearing a hat wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
So any of you familiar with like EverQuest or anything like that, you get these little pieces here that push the conversation.
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Repeater units, sir?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Where are the towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Is the
voice
a
on
threat?
those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine
That sounds like
would
Casey
be one.
Kasem.
Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us. Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
What's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
So this is, if you remember in my video where I was talking about doing games like this, when I was talking about Fallout 2, it would be a car driving between those two distances.
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
When can we enter the Citadel?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Okay, so this is interesting. Like I said, I've played over 20 hours of this game before they came out with the director's cut. And these, if you notice, there's patterns. Like there's the diamond, there's sort of the oval tampon looking thing, and then like the bow tie thing. Where the colors are, like where the diamond thing is here, that wasn't colored in, but all the corners were. It was all gold. So now it kind of gives you to where you have smart ass, kiss ass, and hard ass. Well, I have points in hard ass.
The hard ass approach, huh? Well, you might get what you want from some folks in the Waste through intimidation, but it doesn't always work, particularly with old hard asses like myself. You want to kick down our doors? Go ahead, give it a try. But I ain't pissing myself just because you growled at me.
Thank you, sir. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
Can I not talk to him? Okay, so from what I've done in here, there are some things I recall. We don't need to examine gravestones. I don't see any point to it. If you've never played this game before, make sure you grab that shovel. You'll save yourself some time later and some money. And what you'll get is an easy way to just kind of scavenge for treasures. Okay, this is the rampway to the Citadel. The shopkeeper. Yeah, so you also have to keep tabs on your water.
Hey, Echo Water. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
I'm pretty sure that's an homage to Goat Simulator. Tin cans and goats usually go together. Your instincts are telling you that you might not want to steal this goat's next meal. Something seems to be buried here. Okay, so if I recall, I think you have to add to hotkey. Do 5 and then you shovel. Can of tuna. It's not a tuna. No. There we go. Necklace, ammo, and some scrap. Ranger brass knucks. No, there's something I'm looking for. I think I went the wrong way to find her. I think she's the other way. I think you can hire those people to go. If you know you've got a pretty shit-kicking job coming up, you can hire them to come and help you out. Energy cell, ammo, medicine pouch, and scrap. Oh, did they take her out? Oh, I'm gonna be so angry. There she is. Okay. This is why you'll sometimes have to get into the method of talking with a lot of people around. A tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform have been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos on her sinewy arms, all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on an old rusty wrench she holds in her scarred hands.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
They all hurt, but this one... Man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brigo.
Farron Brigo? Brian Fargo?
When Base Chief started sending its death machines into the desert, Brigo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh? Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
I think another thing that they've added, because I know Vargas talked, but I don't remember Angie talking before.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace. We were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you. Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know. He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
What was Base Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
Hell yeah! What a great name, Captain Death. So Vargas used to be called Snake?
Well, like I said, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
What happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. And when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell.
Where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
I think it's interesting how they're like, how do you pronounce it? Farron Brigo instead of Brian Fargo. And then you've got Vargas and Cochise and Hellraiser and Angela Death. Then you get names like Hellraiser, and she's like, no, it's Hellraiser. That's what you call him. And then Vargas now was Snake then, and then Thrasher then is Gilbert now. Like, what?
Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss.
See what I mean?
I can't even remember.
Like, you get these weird common names thrown in every now and
They got
again.
enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, it seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
Idiots.
I don't
Know any
really
more about the
the
repeater
details.
units?
It's all a bunch of mumbo jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world. And we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
The computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
Damn.
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the desert rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. The protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
Do you know Woodson?
Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
What can you tell us about eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Radiation clouds?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Looking at you, Shmalamalan.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
Well, that's a character voice change if I've ever heard one.
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Hell yeah.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Alright. Not looking at any of this shit. Nothing. So yeah, that's a really, really long way to go about getting someone to run with you. So now instead of a party of 4, I have a party of 5, which means you have 5 times the people to shoot and kill shit as opposed to just 4. But I'm going to stop here. I know it's a fairly long video. It's one of those ones where I want you guys to see the character creation process, what you can do, what's available to you, the different types of skills and abilities and stuff like that. Because I feel that really makes the role-playing games stand out a lot more when you get to choose everything. And that's why I enjoy the Fallout series and, you know, games that Brian Fargo works on, because you're in control of it all. And I just find that to be pretty damned awesome. So I hope you guys are enjoying. Next one we'll get to going on our mission here to find out Ace's killer. It's a mission that I say that I think I've done probably about half a dozen times. That's why I just left it right where it was on the difficulty settings, so I didn't want to go too hard and spend most of my time trying to get through a fight. This is trying to go through a story and give you guys sort of a different style game and actually have fun and enjoy the story and the plot lines and all the other little stuff that goes along with it. So if you like what you see, please give the video a thumbs up. If you feel like typing, that's amazing. Put something in the comments down below. I will reply as soon as I can. And as always, be sure to subscribe so you know when the next video in this and any other series we come out with next comes around. Remember, we do stream Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Central till midnight. Sometimes before, if I'm feeling saucy and we're not playing 7 Days to Die. And, you know, stuff like that. So, until I see you in the next video, I'm Pickle, and I'm out.